right, so I think it's about time. It's been long enough. RMAC's been out, new update, new changes and stuff like that. So we're gonna make a tier list. And listen, is everybody listening? Before we get into this video, I want y'all to know this is my opinion. I am not a pro player. This is not the official tier list, regardless of what the title says. I have been playing more than just LoL matchups. I've been playing RMAC, been playing a lot of ranked play as of late. I'll be honest, last time I made the tier list, I wasn't playing the game as much as I probably should have to make a tier list, but now I think I have a better grasp on how good everybody is and stuff like that. I've also been watching a lot of competitive tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I have a good idea of what and where, you know, everybody should be. Before you guys fucking come down my neck, pause. Oh God. Before you guys attack me, I said come down my neck. Before you guys attack me, I'll say that. That's better than what the fuck I just said. This is my opinion, but I want to make this the most accurate tier list. But you know, I'm not perfect, right? You know, I'm a real person just like you. You have your own opinion. I have my own opinion. Okay. Now that I have to clarify that, let's get into the fucking tier list. All right, let's start with Astra. Astra for me is so fucking difficult to play against. I think Astra has the best buttons in the game, the best range, best conversions. Astra Serena team is unstoppable. And I know some of the overheads are low on startup, but online, really that shit is unreactable. She can hit you just a few times and take almost 40% off you in like 8 hits. Not to mention she has some of the best range in the game. She's very good with multiple cameos. So just for that, I do think Astra has been consistently one of the best players in the game. I don't think that's going to change unless they drastically nerf her, regardless of what changes happen to cameos, characters, unless they completely gut the character, she will always be a good character in this game. I'm also going to be trying to put these characters in order from best to worst, so the way you see it on screen right now is from best to worst, but of course people will move around. Okay, so Baraka is actually not as bad as people think. He also has some very good buttons. Striker Baraka is not as good as it used to be, but now people have basically switched to Baraka Kano. I still see a lot of Barakos do pretty well in tournament. When I play them online, it's also some of the same things. People are really consistently just determined to do Baraka Striker, Baraka Cyrax. I've even still seen, and why it might not be like very, very good anymore, it's still pretty decent in this game. When I say decent, I'm thinking he might be like top 15, top 20, which is like right in the middle, you know, something like that. So I'm gonna put Baraka in the mid tier. General Shao, for me, he's got a really good stand too, nice range. He gets good damage and stuff like that. Lao Shao is a very tricky combo. You can actually just get 90% taken off of you in like 15-20 seconds. But other than that, I don't really think he has the best buttons in the game. Like I said, his stand 2 is very good, but other than that, everything else is kind of lackluster. So he kind of gets stuck in this stand 2 just, you know, over and over and over again, which is not bad, but I just think there should be more versatility to him. So I also think he's somewhat like Baraka. I think he is also like top 15, top 20, or you could say bottom half or whatever. As of right now, I'm gonna put him in mid tier. Geras, kind of similar to Shao Kahn. He does a lot of damage, but I do think he is a little bit better than Shao Kahn. I normally would have Geras up in A tier and stuff like that. It's gonna be like really interesting to see how different my tier list is. I'm actually gonna compare it when I finish this video. But I think Geras, after playing, you know, I don't think he's any more in A tier, which I think I had him last time. So I'm gonna stick him right above General Shao. Unfortunately, Havoc, man, I really just, Havoc needs a lot of buffs, man, like a lot. And I'm really just curious to, like, if we were to buff Havoc in this game, what would you guys buff? Honestly, I think I would buff his back 2, his mid. I think that just needs to be a lot better and a lot quicker. And another thing with Havoc is he's not very compatible with a lot of cameos. I don't know if they would try and make him more of a frame trap character, more of a zoner, more space control. I don't know how we would actually make Havoc better. Maybe just a little bit better in each category. But as for right now, he's in a tier of his own at the bottom. Johnny Cage, now, this is very interesting, very, very interesting. I think now with all the meta changes with Johnny, I think now is officially time to demote Johnny from S tier. I actually ran a poll on my IG or not my IG, on my YouTube, and I think it was like 60% of people between Astra, Johnny, and 2 other people, he is no longer S tier. And I really believe he's still at the top of A tier. He's right on that line of being S tier, but with the nerfs and stuff like that, even though they may not have seemed huge, just the constant play against Johnny is very predictable of what people can do now. now, and a lot of people that would get away with a little bit of mashing with that down one, they can't do it anymore. So his play rate has decreased a little bit, at least from what I've seen. I haven't seen as many Johnnies, haven't seen a lot of Johnnies in competitive play anymore, just from based off what I've watched. So yeah, I think it's appropriate to knock him down from S to A. Kenshi, man, listen, it's going to take a lot for me to be convinced that Kenshi is not the best character in the game. Regardless of nerfs or whatever they try to do to him, he's also one like Ashura. His kit is just so crazy to the point that unless they completely gut the character and just go, gut one of his moves like they did, with Peacemaker, I don't see him ever dropping out of top 5. And Kenshi players need to stop acting like when Sento's not out that they're just completely shit. They're not. Kenshi still has very good buttons with or without Sento, so I think Kenshi's like to downplay the character and stuff like that. Katana is one I'm actually gonna put in A tier. I think before I had her in like low A tier or something like that, and people were actually in the comments saying, why do you have Katana that high? Why do you have Katana that high? From what I've been seeing, and get this, I'm not basing my tier list off any other content creator, but I have seen just clips of people on Twitter that are making these new tier lists, and everybody's got Katana in A, or some people even got her in S tier. I don't think she's better than Johnny. I think she's just as good as Johnny. I don't think I could put her any higher or lower, but as of right now, that's where I've got Katana. I've told people how good Katana is from day one, and people always said she was bad. People even had her in bottom 3. I never once thought Katana was that bad. At the worst, I would say she was high mid tier, but she's just slowly working her way up. Kung Lao is so interesting to me. I think Kung Lao just has a lot of bad matchups. I would love to see like a matchup chart of Kung Lao. I never even thought to make one up for myself. I've also been seeing how good he is with Janet Cage and the amount of damage that he can get. Me playing with Ermac has actually, opened up a lot of things for Kung Lao and Janet. So I'm also going to be playing that team, or I've already played that team based off when you see this video. It's probably coming out after Monday, but there will probably be videos coming out soon of me playing with Janet and trying to optimize the team. Even with his armored launcher and stuff like that, he's still got decent buttons, not a whole lot of range, but I also think he does struggle versus characters that have a lot of range. So I think that's his biggest downfall. But other than that, I think Kung Lao is also very solid, very honest, but buff Kung Lao, please. I want him, please, just let me have my moment in the sun. Everybody wants their favorite character to be S tier at one point, okay? So Kenshi fans and Ashura fans and all that, y'all, can we have a chance? Okay, so Lee Mei, been watching a lot of Rewind, use Lee Mei, so I'm gonna put her at the top of B right now. Lee Mei just does fucking, bro. The damage Lee Mei does is just fucking crazy. She can literally 2-touch you and you be fucking dead. I think she is a hard character though. So we also have to remember there are casual players that play this game. So somebody that plays Lee Mei, they don't really know how to do her down back 3 punish. I certainly don't. Rewind does, and very high level Lee Mei's know how to do it. So that really negates counter poking and stuff like that. She has a great armored move that launches with Scorpion and Janet. So like I said, she to me, when I'm starting to think about it, is she better than Kung Lao? You know what? I'm gonna put her actually right. I'm gonna put her bottom A, and once A tier and B tier flesh out, make a note that we will come back to Lee Mei. All right, so Liu Kang, I think I'm actually gonna put him in the bottom of A. I think now we make the jump from Liu Kang being at top of A, and we're gonna put him at the bottom of S. So we're basically gonna switch Liu Kang and Johnny out. Now, just because people are in S tier or A tier here, maybe I should make another tier. Should I do that real quick? Nah, I'm not gonna make another tier. If you can't understand what I'm saying, then that's your fault. The gap between Johnny and Liu Kang is very small. The gap between Liu Kang, Johnny, and Katana is very small. But I just believe that Liu Kang is just in that tier, just a little bit by himself. If we get to more characters being fleshed out, then we can switch them out. But Liu Kang's really got the same move from MK11. His staggers are fucking crazy, just like Lee Mei does insane damage. Easier to hit, easier to use for casual players and advanced players. He's very good with a lot of cameos. That's also a thing that Liu Kang, he's so universal with so many cameos. You can use Kung Lao, you can use Mataro, you can use Chameleon, you can use Janet, you can use Scorpion, Sector. I've even seen Striker, Serena. He's basically the best, I think, all-around character in the game. But that doesn't make him the best though, because some characters like Asura and Kenshi just dominate in certain areas to where it doesn't fucking matter. All right, so Melina, I'm actually gonna put in A tier. I'm gonna put her A tier. I might move her to the top of B. I don't know right now, but she is very close to Baraka and Lee Mei right now, based off how I'm building it. And like I said, we will get to her later. We might have to move her. She also still, you know, has all the tools she has had from the beginning of the game. She got a big damage nerf. Not much has changed for her after that. A lot of people just dropped her, but that doesn't mean that she's a bad character. I think a lot of people just wanted their character to be broken as fuck. And when their character wasn't broken as fuck and they couldn't kill people in 2 touches, they wanted, you know, they didn't want to play them anymore. But she still has all the things that she does. Her, you know, her Scorpion, I don't even know how much damage they do anymore of those combos with Scorpion. Ball roll is still unreactable to somebody when they play on wireless connection with 140 fucking ping. But if you play against her enough, it's very easy to catch on to what she's doing, and then that's where she runs into her problem. So like I said, she's in A tier right now, might bump her down to B, but let's see how the rest of the list goes. Natara, I think, is going to be our first in C tier. Natara really has a lot of issues with, you know, she can do like a lot of her flight shit, but it just doesn't really work in this game. And it's like, she's such a high risk reward character, and she doesn't even have, what does she have, like the least amount of health out of anybody in the game? Not that it matters, but that little 100 HP, 150 HP is a lot sometimes. And when you're always in the air in this game, when up blocking is a thing, there's not a lot of options with her, you know, stuff like that, unless you know, I've seen some the Taras that are really good at their flight cancels and they can really mix it up, but she doesn't have anything really off of a low that can get you to flinch for a whole lot of damage, at least from what I know and from what I see. So just the fact that she's just dedicated to being a flight character and it's not really that great in this game, I have to keep her in C tier. Okay, so this is interesting for Raiden, because Raiden, I said it kind of weird, Raiden has really been like nerfed pretty hard. Do I think he's worse than Lee Mei? Do I think he's worse than Kung Lao? Yes, so I'm gonna put him right here for now. But I really think Lee Mei's a better character than Raiden now. I might. But if we're looking from a casual aspect, Raiden is still better because he is an easier character to use. We do have to realize like 95% or maybe 85%, something like that, it is casual players that play this game. And when they say Lee Mei or Raiden and you ask them who's better, most of them are going to say Raiden because he's just easier character. Now, that might not be a popular opinion to put him over Lee Mei or anything like that, but that's where I'm going to put him. And he, you know, he might fall further down this list, I don't know, but as of right now, that's where I've got Raiden, which is actually pretty good for Lee Mei, because Lee Mei has actually came up because people also used to say she was just completely ass. But what Rewind and a lot of advanced players are seeing with her, hey man, she's pretty good. Rain is definitely an S tier. I'm actually gonna put Rain. Who's better, Rain or Astra, man? This is where my personal bias is gonna come in. I'm actually gonna say Rain is a bit harder to play against. Rain just, he has it all. He may not be that very, you know, that easy, but just for me, part of the reason I'm gonna put him over Asura, it's kind of hypocritical because I just put Raiden over Lee Mei because Raiden was easier, but I think Asura's easier to Rain. But I think that gap between the things that you can do with Rain in Asura is a huge gap, you know, bigger than the gap than Rain and Lee Mei and Raiden and Lee Mei. Just, you know, I hope that makes sense. I don't want to explain it too much, but you know, this is my list. Why do I keep saying that? Obviously, you know, it's my list. I'm sorry. I'm just triggered from people in my last comments that were like, not triggered, but you know, people just think that I'm a fucking encyclopedia for Mortal Kombat fucking tier list. You know, it's like everybody has their own tier list. I'm just one of the people to post them. Anyways, yeah, so Rain is just really good. I think he's been really good throughout the whole duration of this game, and now he's even better. I would normally have Rain like somewhere in here, like the bottom of S tier, but now now, man, he's definitely up here with Kenshi in my opinion. He's damn near best in the game. Okay, so I've seen a lot of people putting Reiko up in S tier. I'm gonna put him at the top of A. Watch out, Johnny. Just because I think Reiko, I've always said Reiko is also, like Liu Kang, one of the best all-around characters in this game. He has everything. He has long-ranging moves. He has the best projectile in the game. He's got good mix-ups with his low, his overheads. He's basically the footsie's god, right? So when you have somebody that is that good, it's hard to not put him in S tier. As of right now, I've got him in A tier. When I'm thinking of S tier characters, I'm thinking of people that are just like, if you pick one of these characters and put the time in with them, you're just gonna win a lot of games, okay? Reiko, I feel like you can win a lot of games, but the thing is, a lot of people just play Reiko such a bitchy fucking way, and they think that's just gonna get them wins, but they're not honestly playing the character. So since I do play against a lot of people that play like that, I'm gonna put him in A tier. I've seen Reiko and the potential that he can do. If he was still doing the damage that he was doing before he got nerfed, he would definitely be in S tier. I just think sometimes you do have to do a lot of work sometimes with Reiko, depending on your matchup. I know people are thinking, oh, you got the best projectile in the game, you could just throw the fucking throwing stars. Yeah, but sometimes there's ways to get around it. Like somebody has a teleport, somebody has this, that, and then it just goes back to your footsies game. And if your footsies game is not that good, like I've seen with a lot of people, but maybe it's just because I play Reiko and I kind of know somewhat how to play against it. You know, that's basically why I've got him down here. Okay, so one of the things I got a lot of flack for last time was putting Reptile so high. Let me actually, I've got to see where I put him at on my last tier list. Okay, yeah, I was tripping. I got Reptile top. I got him number 8 in the game. Yeah, I was tripping a little bit. Yeah, I definitely was tripping. I was tripping with him and a few others. Okay, that's fine. But honestly, after playing him with the new buffs, you guys are gonna see a video of me getting my ass completely kicked. That doesn't mean the character's fucking OD crazy. I'm starting to learn, I have a really bad habit of counter poking. So when I play against people like Reptile or Katana, people that can really, punish down poking when they, down poke, backdash into a mid, I struggle a lot with that. So me trying to break that habit and being a little bit more aware of that habit, learning his gaps and stuff like that, just having more experience versus Reptile, I can honestly say Reptile is probably, I'll put him over Melina right now. I'll put him right below Li Mei. That's where I've got him as of right now. So yeah, I don't think the buffs changed him or anything like that. I know that's like a big topic, seeing, the buffs probably made him, top of A or S tier and stuff like that. And it's kind of crazy. After the buffs, I've actually put him down in my tier list, but I don't really think it does much. The invisibility gives him armor while invisible, which is really, really good, but I don't think it's overall game changing and stuff like that. And based off what I've seen from other characters, that doesn't mean he's necessarily got worse. I just see more potential in other characters right now. Scorpion, I'm gonna put in B tier. I'm gonna put him above Natara. I'm not gonna put him in C tier. I've seen a lot of potential you can do with Janet and Scorpion, doing off his demon dash and combo, and you can get like 37-38% meterless now, which is really, really good for Scorpions that like to armor through a lot of gaps and stuff like that, especially his stand 2-1-4, still a very good move, punishes everything. And other than that, he's still got his spear that is really good. I don't think the forward 3-4 string did much of a difference at all. It makes it a little bit more of a mix-up game. People just block the forward 3-2 more. That's pretty much all it does. But other than that, he doesn't have that much. So I can keep him in B tier. Shang Tsung. I'm also gonna put him in B tier. Should I put him above Scorpion? Nope. I just think it's a little bit harder, a little bit trickier to get people open with Shang Tsung. Now, given his combos aren't exactly that hard, but I just think Shang Tsung is kind of limited, even though he has the 2 forms and what he can do. His zoning is pretty good when you're in the young version of him, but I just think for switching over to the old, I feel like Shang Tsung just needs to have a little bit better buttons, because I feel like he's just got a very small kit, man. I really do. And maybe I just don't see enough of Shang Tsung to really put him any higher. I know some people have him in high regards, but I don't. Sindel is also one of the better characters in the game. Now I'm going to put her right below Astra. I still think Astra is a little bit better. No, I don't. No, I don't. Sorry, just thought of playing the Sindel. Just triggered that for me. No, I don't. Sindel is definitely, yeah, more of a. I was tripping. Sorry, I played Astra like probably a few hours ago and got my ass kicked, so I have a little recency bias of my ass being spanked. So yeah, no, other than that, yeah, Sindel, obviously. That fucking hair move, I don't know her buttons and stuff like that, but that move is fucking insane. Breaks armor on wake up, you can just do it over and over and over again. She has a good projectile game, her float is even better than Ermax. Man, she's got it all. So yeah, she I think I had her in S tier before, right? Yeah, I actually had her second best character in the game, but now I've got her third because of Rain's buffs. So yeah, she's getting knocked down just one, but that's not because of anything she lost. That's more of how much I believe Rain's progressed. I got a lot of flack for Smoke as well because I had Smoke as the 9th best character in the game. I'm going to back off that a little bit. I'm going to put him right above Reptile. And now that I'm looking at it, from where I've got this tier list now, I think I'm gonna put Melina at the top of B. Yeah, so I think Smoke is really good. I've seen some setups with him and Striker. I might even have to put Smoke right here, right there. Yeah, I think that's better. The setups that you can do with Striker into invisible mix-ups is just so much better than any of Reptile's invisible mix-ups. It's so good. I might even have to put him over fucking Raiden, dude. I might have to. Yeah, I am. Yeah. I still think Smoke is very good. Maybe it's just me. I just don't see the flaws in Smoke. I mean, I mean, yeah, he's kind of high risk, high reward, a lot of execution heavy and stuff like that. But he's just so good. And really, if you get the invisible mix-ups down, like, come on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? How you doing? Sorry, I was watching like old Enzo Amore wrestling clips earlier today. How you doing? Also got a lot of flack for this one, man. I just does that affect how I rank them? Slightly, not really. I'm going to put Sub-Zero at the top of B tier. I think Sub-Zero is a really good character. People just really like to downplay him for some reason. It's so crazy because I always see like content creators posting like, I got cooked by this amazing Scorpion. I got this by this Scorpion, this high level Scorpion, or not Scorpion, bro. There ain't nobody saying that about no fucking Scorpion. About Sub-Zero, like this high level sub. Oh shit, man. I don't know. I'm Cyrax. I don't even know this motherfucker's name. Bihan. You know, whatever. B for Bihan. I don't even want to talk about Sub-Zero anymore, honestly, because I just keep getting him fucking confused. Yeah, he's still a very solid character. I don't think he's in that tier. Is he better than Reptile? I think this gap between these two is very, very small, much like Reiko and Liu Kang. The only thing that really keeps him out of this A tier is the amount of damage that these A tiers get, and he doesn't. That's pretty much it, honestly. If he had more damage and stuff like that, I would probably put him in A tier. But yeah, that's it. Tanya. So I was wrong about Tanya. Now, some people will have Tanya S tier, A tier, stuff like that. I've played against some really good Tanyas as I've gotten higher in rank, but I do not think she is just like OD crazy. So I'm gonna put her in the middle of A tier, which is not bad because considering where I had her last time, where did I have Tanya? Where the fuck she at? Oh, I didn't rank her yet. Let me see. Yeah, I had her in the middle of B tier. I had her, yeah, right below Melina last time. So yeah, she's made a huge leap up for me. Yeah, that's huge, man. I mean, like, I'm looking at this list right now. How do you fucking argue with this tier list? This shit is just, this shit is crisp. And like I said, I wanted to make the most accurate tier list out there. And I think I'm on my way to doing it. I've seen the potential. I've seen it. Listen, I've seen the potential with Tanya Chameleon. Yuck, that shit is nasty. I've seen the potential with her, bro. With Scorpion, Goro. Oh my God, Tanya, Goro. Ugh, that shit. Oh my God, that shit is making me sick just thinking about it. She'd be going all over the fucking screen. Bro, Tanya look fun as shit though. I might have to pick her up at some point, you know, my Black Queen. Back. Omni-Man. Omni-Man. He's a weird one, you know. I kind of want to put him in. I'm thinking, is he better than Sub-Zero? Yes, he is. Is he in that A tier? I think so. And I'm gonna put him right below Li Mei. I think that's a good spot for him because I can't see myself putting him over Raiden or anything like that. Omni-Man hasn't changed much. I don't think Omni-Man's actually changed at all. I think he is the most honest, balanced character we've gotten in all of Combat Pack 1. Now, I don't think like he's, you know, the other characters are busted and crazy or whatever, but they had to have some fixes and stuff like that. And from what I can recall, I think he's the only one that didn't really have to have a whole lot of fixes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not an encyclopedia. Like I know I'm not a know-it-all. I haven't really been playing against a lot. He's got, you know, the high damage and stuff like that with his other mix-ups and stuff like that, but not mix-ups, his other high execution, you know, you know what combos I'm talking about. Not those bot combos where people like to slash in the air fucking 3 times and burn 2 meters to one frame, fucking spikes you in the ground, that shit. Yeah, that's pretty good, but I don't think it's, you know, enough to do anything crazy. I haven't really ran into any issues with Omni-Man unless they're running Omni-Man Lao, which is really disgusting. Quan Chi, let me see. Where did I have that nigga? I don't remember. So Quan Chi, do I want to put him in that tier with Reptile? Yep, I actually think he's better than Reptile. Do I think he's better than Omni-Man? Yes, I do, actually. Yep, I do. Better than Li Mei? Nope, that's good enough right there. I think Quan Chi just has so much in his zoning kit that it's just hard not to place him in A tier. And if you're looking at the list, there's a lot of people that are in A tier. This game has just a lot of good characters. I think it has very minimal characters that just need buffs, because I think as far as everybody else has exactly what they need. And Quan Chi had that armor added to him. If before that armor was added to him, I probably would have put him in the top of B, something like that. But that armor is actually OD, especially with the setups you can do with the traps and keep people trapped in there. It's pretty good. But he has no defense, whatever. He's gonna completely apply his offense. If he gets fucking hit, his pokes fucking suck, and you know that's all it is. Now, Peacemaker, holy shit. All right. Man, the rise and fall of this character. Before the nerfs, I probably would have put Peacemaker like probably like top 3, top 4. He's definitely top 5, right? So now with all the nerfs and stuff like that, I might have to put Peacemaker. I'm sorry, Reptile, bro. You gotta move down here, bro. I'm gonna put you here, and I'm gonna put Peacemaker here. Why we got all the DLC? No, I'm tripping a little bit. No, I'm tripping. Right there, right below Smoke. That's where I got him. Still very good. I can't put him above any of those. Smoke, can I put him above Kung Lao though? Oh, man. He's such good at space control, and I believe Eagle is faster now, right? But man, they really gutted that force field. Why did they nerf him so quick? That nigga didn't even get a full week of like screen time. Peacemaker, yeah. What do you guys think? I'm gonna leave him there. Let me know in the comments what you think about Peacemaker, man. And do I got him in the right spot? Is he better than Smoke? I think he's better than Raiden, better than these guys. I don't think he's better than Smoke though, is he? It's a hard one. Oh, he's not better than Lao, but is he better than Smoke? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Nah, we're gonna put him there. Yeah. I think that's good. Ermac, Mr. Mac, the return of the Mac. Urkak, that doesn't work at all. I was thinking like Urkak, whatever. Ermac, yeah, I think he's in A tier, or no, S tier actually. I lied. Now it's kind of hard for me to put him over Reiko, but I just think of his potential with his offense and stuff like that. He's really good. And I felt like Ermac, like I said earlier, with all these characters, if you just pick them, you're gonna have a high success rate. Maybe my Ermac's just good, but I do think Ermac is one of those characters. If you pick him, learn them, you're gonna get some wins. And the thing was, maybe it's just a skill issue, but I really struggled to get wins with Reiko for like the first day or two until I really got, you know, into my setups and stuff like that, baiting up blocks and stuff like that. Ermac, not so much. Learn the combos, learn the best routes, apply the pressure and stuff like that. I'm in there like swimwear. And maybe he gets bumped down a little bit when people learn him a little bit more. Maybe he's riding off that DLC hype. But as of right now, I do got him in the bottom investor, yes. So that's pretty much my tier list. If I'm just going to, you know, let me screenshot this so I can post it to something. And make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, my X or whatever, because I'm actually got that posted over there. I have not used it, but I'm gonna try and start using that more. Make sure you guys, of course, subscribe so you can see more content and just, you know, prove how little credibility my list has when you see me get my ass kicked. It's not all about winning games and losing games. to know what you're talking about. Some of the best players in the NBA lose a lot of games. That doesn't sound too good, does it? Back. And yeah, stick around. Make sure you guys follow my Twitch as well. Stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. So I'm trying to make Mortal Kombat and Tekken on Mondays, trying to make my fighting games on Monday, some other kind of game on Wednesday, and I'm gonna start trying to make my anime days on Thursday. So, all right, man, and let's do something real fun. If I was to predict where Homelander is gonna be, I just feel like Homelander is gonna be absolutely shit. Am I the only one who, like, I just think he's not gonna be that good. I think he's gonna be like worse than Omni-Man. I'm just gonna predict that, and I think Takeda is going to be fucking broken. I think Takeda is gonna be like ultra S tier. So yeah, that's my prediction of where they'll end up. So that's pretty much it. Now, make sure you guys subscribe because I will probably be doing a cameo tier list next week. So yeah, love you guys. Peace.